We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. The Quiapo Church reminds devotees that kissing the image of the Black Nazarene is not allowed. This as organizers of the feast said health protocols are being strictly implemented as the threat of COVID-19 infections still persists. The viewing or touching of the image, also known as pagpupugay, will be held at the Quirino Grandstand in Manila and will start at 1 a.m. tomorrow until the feast day on January 9. Church officials said personnel will be deployed to ensure that no one kisses the Black Nazarene image. Churchgoers are advised to only use transparent plastic bags and water bottles, as backpacks and colored canisters will not be allowed. Meanwhile, close to 6,000 police officers would be deployed at Quiapo Church and at the Quirino Grandstand to secure the annual religious event. The Bureau of Fire Protection and Joint Task Force NCR will also deploy about 175 personnel as support units. A traffic rerouting scheme will be enforced starting tonight at 10 p.m. A liquor ban is also in effect starting tomorrow until January 9. The Commission on Elections targets to finish the printing of over 91 million ballots by the second week of February for the upcoming Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections in October. Comelec Chairperson George Garcia said they have almost completed the gathering of materials for the elections. Garcia assures the Comelec is prepared should the Supreme Court decide to hold the elections at an earlier date. The Comelec is urging first-time voter applicants to register at the nearest registration offices. The deadline of registration is on January 31. Over 14 million SIM cards have been registered with their respective service providers as of January 4 since the implementation of the SIM Registration Act on December 27 last year. The National Telecommunications Commission said the number represents 8.3% of the 170 million SIM cards all over the country. Smart Communications has the most number of registered SIM cards at 6.7 million, followed by Globe Telecom with 6.1 million and Dito Telecommunity with 1.2 million. NTC Officer in Charge Ella Blanca Lopez expressed satisfaction at how telcos are handling the SIM registration as well as the enhancements on the registration system. The NTC also welcomed the commitment of telcos to improve the process for the convenience of mobile subscribers. Republic Act 11934 or the SIM Registration Act aims to regulate the issuance and use of SIM cards to suppress the spread of spam texts and scams using mobile devices. Meanwhile, the NTC reminds the public that the mandatory SIM registration is free. In other news, a study revealed that half of the Earth's glaciers are destined to disappear by the end of the century because of climate change. The findings on the world's 215,000 glaciers were published on Thursday in the journal Science. Global mean temperature is estimated to be increasing by 2.7 degrees Celsius. Researchers estimated that 49% of the world's glaciers would vanish by the year 2100. The authors emphasized the importance of restricting greenhouse gas emissions to limit the consequences of melting glaciers such as sea level rise and depletion of water resources. Regine Hock of the University of Oslo and University of Alaska Fairbanks, a co-author of the study, said it is possible to reduce the mass loss of glaciers, but it will depend on whether policymakers will take action. That's the latest and biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the social media pages of the Office of the Press Secretary and Radio Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I'm Bench Bondok. We tell stories that inspire change.